Hello, it is I, Reagan, with Orpheus Audio Academy, and today we are trying out something a little different. Going to try a live stream here. I've had people ask me in the past if I could start a live stream. I'm hearing myself on my... All right, sorry about that. I was hearing myself on YouTube. All right, so I've had some people ask me, if I would start a live stream, like a music production live stream on Twitch or YouTube or something. So this is something that I'm thinking about doing. I don't have a Twitch yet, so just live streaming here on YouTube. So let me know if this is something you want me to do going forward, doing regular live streams, and what that look like. Just, producing, since I'm producing music already, maybe I could just go ahead and live stream that, and then you could ask questions as we go. Maybe I could start, you could start submitting your music and I could review songs on the live stream. So just let me know what you're thinking, what you want to see. And so right now I'm working on this song. So my band, we actually have a new song coming out March 8th. So that's exciting. And then I'm working on the next song for the next month in April. We're trying to do at least one song a month. And we just recorded a bunch of vocals yesterday. So today I'm going to work on trying to edit these vocals, and that can be very boring and tedious. So I don't know if anyone's going to watch this, but let me know what you think. I'm also thinking of maybe doing a live stream series where I'm like creating a whole album live, going through my whole process of creating an album. So let me know. This is kind of just impromptu, just kind of casual live stream. So we'll get started here, and also just kind of testing out my software, making sure we can hear everything. So let me share my DAW, because I've had to get some software to be able to stream my DAW's audio, as well as being able to hear it and everything. So here's everything. I was still in the process of cleaning up everything. So let me just make sure we can hear this.
Was born in cyberspace, a digital romance not to embrace.
All right, am I hearing this on here? Okay, cool, we can hear it. So when it comes to vocals, kind of the first step is to organize everything and clean it up. I guess I can turn my microphone back like this. So that's what I'm kind of been trying to do here. So I'm putting everything into groups or buses. Also to save processing with all these tracks, I just temporarily bounced my actual track to a stereo here. It's not actually mixed or anything, as you can probably tell. And so my wife, Haley, recorded a bunch of vocals. So we got lead vocals here and background vocals that we're going to be organizing. So let me just color these to make these different so we know what is what. All right. Okay, so we got some different colors there. And so then really the first step with vocal production and edit, and once you've recorded the vocals, is actually to edit the vocals, make sure they're all aligned correctly, and ideally you've recorded them correctly and they're all aligned. But I did notice there was some issues here that I'm going to have to correct. Then there's also comping vocals. These vocals are kind of already comped, which is where you kind of record the same take over and over and you find the best one. Well, technically they're not comped actually, but I'm thinking of, so I might do some comping too, because I have multiple takes. Ideally you would have more takes. So I have like 3 takes of each section, which is great if you want to create a wide vocal, because you can pan one left, pan one right, and have one go down the center. And that's kind of it. Normally you'd have multiple takes of each of those, and then you'd comp those. You'd go through and find the best one of each of those. But when you have 4 kids and you have limited time and you're recording from home, you kind of have to just find that window when you're able to record and just kind of move on. So we don't really have any extra takes to comp. So I'll just go through and listen to these, find which one's the best, kind of make that the lead one, and then have the other ones panned left and right. And then once you kind of got everything put in place and you kind of want to clean up the vocals, make sure there's no sounds or noise in them that you don't want. So I'll go about cleaning the vocals up as well. Again, like I mentioned, aligning, making sure everything's aligned correctly. And then you actually have tuning and then leveling the volume. So that's what I'll go through here. I don't know how long we'll go. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this, but it's going to be kind of boring and tedious, but we'll see. So, moving here, I just have some general effects on here. I haven't really done any mixing. I just kind of threw some Greg Wells voice centric on here so it doesn't sound too awful. And so the first thing I notice is kind of like the timing is off here.
But love was forbidden. Take this internet, dragnet.
So let me see. What's this supposed to be? So here are my vocals.
Take this internet, dragnet. So far away.
These are really quiet.
I take this internet, dragnet, so far away in a Corvette.
So that's what we want it to sound like.
I take this internet, dragnet.
So this sounds behind. So we'll want to look at this, and I probably am going to want to move. I don't want to move all these up, but let me just move this up temporarily. Just so I can see the waveforms.
I take this internet.
So I have kind of a sound in here, which she doesn't have at all.
Take this internet,
Everything's turned up more than it should be. Getting a text. All right. So.
I take this internet, dragnet.
So we're going to want to cut that because we don't want to, everything else is good. And we want to kind of match up the peaks of the waveforms as best as we can. All right, we could get really surgical if we wanted to with like the slicing tool. I don't want to do that because that can introduce artifacts which don't sound good.
Take this internet, dragnet, so far away in a
Let me just mute that for now.
I take this internet, dragnet, so far away in a
That's the other thing. I'm going kind of like, and she's not really doing that.
So far away.
So far away.
so far away.
So, I might just have this pre-chorus just be me then. Because she is also kind of singing the rest of the song, the lead vocals, so.
So far away.
Wow, that is really delayed.
So far away in a Corvette.
Yeah, it's just such a different style. I don't know that that's going to work. So that should have checked that when we were recording it. But again, we took us like an hour and a half and we had like no time to spare. So I think we're going to just mute those then for now. This is the pre-chorus. And then I think the other pre-chorus she did was really good. So maybe she'll do the second pre-chorus. All right, pull that back down here. Just realized this is a take that we're not using. Okay, so let's get back to the verse here and see how this sounds.
This feeling was born in cyberspace, a digital romance not to embrace, met once in person.
So I'm probably going to want to test each of these takes and see which one is the best.
This feeling was born.
It's a little pitchy.
This feeling was born in.
It's pretty good.
This feeling was born in. This feeling was born in.
I think that was the best.
This feeling was born in.
Okay, so I think I might just have a single vocal during the verses. Because we already have lots of harmonies. Maybe they'll come in with the harmonies as well. And have them doubled up for the choruses.
This feeling was born in cyberspace.
So let's see how this sounds.
Cyberspace.
Yeah.
Cyberspace.
Yeah, I like this one the best again. Sounds a little janky. These other two. All right.
Cyberspace, a digital romance, not
Okay.
a digital romance, not to
That's kind of nice.
a digital romance, not to.
I like that one. It's a little bit more powerful, I think. We just compare to this.
A digital romance, not
It's a little softer.
a digital romance, not to.
Yeah. So we're gonna mute that. And mute this. All right. So I didn't mute these. So now, what we have, okay.
Not to embrace, met once in person. Not to embrace, not to embrace, met one. Not to embrace, not to embrace, met once in.
That's good.
Met once in person.
Got a bit of a plosive there.
Met once in
A
person.
little pitchy.
Met once in person. But love was forbidden.
I like that.
But love was forbidden.
I think I might like that one the best though for this one.
But love was forbidden.
Okay, so gonna mute that. We're gonna mute this. We're gonna mute that, and mute this. So now we have officially comped our vocals. So the whole section now sounds like this.
This feeling was born in cyberspace, a digital romance not to embrace, met once in person. but love was forbidden.
I take the sin.
Okay, so that's pretty good. So, now that this is comped, I might want to just, Well, let's see if we want to keep these doubles in maybe for the harmony sections. Quick tip, if you hold down shift when moving a track, it will keep it from going left or right. It will keep it exactly in line. Why am I have two things selected. All right, so we'll do that. I'm just gonna, why? Put these all on one track. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, that's pre-chorus. Did I option click that? I moved the wrong one. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. So, then we have this harmony here.
Cyberspace, a digital in cyberspace, a digital.
So do we want to bring these in and like pan these left and right?
Cyberspace.
Yeah, I think we do. So this is going to be the actual track. So it'll be doubled up a few times there. Okay.
Cyberspace, a digital romance not to embrace. Met once in person, a digital romance.
Those are going to be like distorted, so it's going to be its own unique effect. Let me pull down these backing vocals.
Cyberspace, a digital romance not to embrace. Met once in person, but love was forbidden.
I take this internet.
Nice. So that moves us on to the chorus, where we would do the same thing. And comp everything. So I could keep going. I don't know. This is too boring. But I'll go ahead and keep going for now, I guess.
I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this.
So this time we have 4 takes. So we do kind of got a bonus one here.
I've always been an outsider, but I've always been an outsider, but I've always been an outsider.
Both of those feel like...
I've always been an outsider.
it's really good.
I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When till we're analog, when till we're analog.
Might just keep all these. Get nice large
I've always been
chorus.
an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When till we're analog, when till we're analog.
This is just a little bit behind.
When till we're analog.
Okay.
When till we're analog.
And this one's a little too, drags out a little too long, so we could pushy that backy. So here in Logic, what the? Why are you not? What the bleep is going on? There we go. Man, think I never used Logic before. All right, so we want to go to Rhythmic, I thinky. I don't know why I'm talking like this. This is Flex, the Flex tool. So we want it to end right here. Ish. We'll go right here. So, We don't want it to affect anything else. It's going to affect that whole tail. All right, where did we go? So, we're going to want to push this back too. I think I horribly mangled it. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. I want to just push this back like that. I think. All right. This could sound awful. We'll find out. Yeah, it's a little artificial. If we put that back. So some artifacts in there. How does it sound with everything else? Yeah. It's a very difficult tool to use. I mean, part of it is this breath that we're hearing getting stretched. So we'll unstretch the breath. We could fade it out. Okay. Oopsie. That's not what I wanted. So we want it to die like right there. Okay. Is that too noticeable? At least now it stops roughly. I think that'll work. Yeah, anytime we cut a track like this, you're also going to want to do a little fade ins and outs on those cuts. All right, we'll come back to that later. I might decide it's awful. Okay, dokay. Actually, I don't really want to shrink those yet. Okay, there we go. We're going to keep these tails in for denoising purposes later. All right, so that's pretty nice. I don't know if I want my vocals in here.
I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When till we're analog, when till we're analog.
Maybe have them in the background, just add extra layers. I don't know.
I've always been an outsider, but this is
is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When till we're analog. Analog. When till we're analog. The worldwide. I've always been an outsider.
I think that could sound good.
But this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When till we're analog. I've always been an outsider.
We'll decide on that later. All right, now we're into the second verse.
The worldwide.
I did kind of like my vocals here.
The World Wide Web is our home.
The World Wide Web is our home. The World Wide Web is our home.
Call our a place to call our own.
But Haley is definitely a better singer than me, so should we just keep hers in?
The World Wide Web is our home. A place to call our own.
I might just leave hers in or have mine be background, which means I have to record this part too. I don't know. We'll see.
The World Wide Web is our home. A place to call our own.
And this track, I know we looked at this later, and this was definitely the best track, the best take up here.
That's twice in person.
There's a lot of plosives in there.
Now love can be hidden.
Flip this cassette to the other side.
Yeah, her pre-chorus here is really good. All right, so we could just go ahead and like knock out those plosives, which this should do it.
Met twice in person. Now love can't be hidden.
Flip this cassette to the other side, where love can finally be analog.
I've always been an outsider, but this
Cassette to the other side,
where love can finally
be
be
analog.
I've always been an outsider. And flip this cassette
To the other side.
That'd be a cool echo in there, like cassette. So that'd be half. Yeah, let's see.
and flip this cassette
To the other side.
That's too hard to draw in. I should put this on a bus, but I just want to. I'll just. I should probably do it later. Put it on a bus.
and flip this cassette
To the other side,
where love can finally
be
be
analog.
I've always
Unless.
be hidden. Flip this cassette
To the other side,
where love can hidden. Flip this cassette
to the other side,
where love can finally
be
be
analog.
I've always been an outsider.
We turn the ducker all the way up. Maybe we. I don't know. I might have to just make a cut, actually.
Flip this cassette
To the other side,
Let's just. I really like hearing cassette in that little gap there.
cassette to
we could reuse the bit crushing track. Whoa, Nelly. All right. Beat crushing, beat crushing. All right. That is not the right spot. All right. That's all. I might have to put on a separate track. So it's, let's see.
Flip this cassette to the other
All right, so it's be like right here.
this cassette to the other side.
I don't know if that'll work or not. We'll have to put lots of effects on it. I'll just keep it there just as an idea.
This cassette to the other side, where love can finally be analog. I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When till we're analog. When till we're analog. When till.
Going high here.
When till we're analog. When till we're analog.
Sounds like we're getting some distortion there. That is high. I forgot I went that high. Those are always going to be way, way in the background.
When till we're analog. When till we're analog. When till we're analog.
Just a little delayed. Should be like here.
When till.
Yeah. When till we're analog.
When till we're analog. When till we're
I think the till is good. Tilling that soil. Gotta throw it away, throw it away, throw it away. Tick, tick, tick. Give me that garbage. Alright, alrighty.
When till we're analog. When till we're analog.
Alright, we're almost done with the orange.
I want a connection that doesn't require Wi-Fi.
What's all this? I forgot about that.
Dialogue.
There's no effects on these, is there?
Cider.
That's kind of cool.
Digital dialogue. When till we're analog.
What's this?
When till we're
It's muted.
analog. When till we're analog. I've been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When till we're analog. When till we're analog. When till we're analog. I want a connection. Sky. I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue.
So I think for this, I was just going to have one of her vocals, not both.
I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of the sky. I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm the sky. I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When two were analog. I've always been an outsider.
All right, so that's good. Mute. I'm like so. I got these cool oohs in here too, which we'll address.
Sky. I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue.
All right, and then we wanted to copy and paste these over. Are these? I think these have already been tuned. Yeah, these have been tuned already. So these are all good to go. Good to go.
Sky.
So we're gonna delete. Whoopsies. I think we're gonna delete these. And just copy these over. Interesting. They're not exactly on the downbeat. That will be tricky. Are they on that notch at least? Yes. I don't want that one. Option. Option, click to copy. And we're going to slide them in right like so. See? Hey, listen here, see? And then we'll slice it. Slice it. Why? And option, drag these over, and we want to line them up like so. That's not the correct spot. Let's move up a bar. Let's see. We had these coming right to show. Interesting. So these are not in time with each other. Interesting. Those have not been pitch corrected, I can tell. Or have they? They don't sound right. Technically. It's just not turned on. All right. So do these all sound good together? What happened? I thought I lined these up correctly. No, these have to go back a smidge. So this is like right there. So 1, 2, not even 2. Dang it, that's a weird slice. All right, let's just delete. And let's make sure we're cutting these all correctly. What about like right there? Does that work for a cut? Cut, 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 cut. Jimmy cut corn and I don't care. So cutting on the waveform. But that's okay. We'll fix it. Pull these down. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. See here? I think that's correct. Is it the same spot? It almost feels a tad early. Even though it's different than this one. Is this one too early?
Been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When till we're analog.
Maybe that is too early. So let's see. It's coming in like right there. So we'll have to correct all. Let's see. It needs to come in like right here. So does that need to be? Oh, that looks correct. So these need to be like it's like these ones need to be like re-recorded. So if we mute these. So these are a little bit later. So what if we pull these up again? Alright, I think that will work. Wow, so many vocals. This is going to be a real pain. So, I think I will wrap it up for now, because this is going to be really tedious and monotonous and boring. But anyway, so that's where I go through. Maybe I could show some other stuff that I want to do next, because I want to get these all arranged and everything, get these all, make sure everything's in the right place. Right, this is all before mixing. So we basically were just kind of aligning everything, comping vocals. So then we'd be cleaning. So I can kind of go show you how I would do that. I do have a kind of a video already on my channel on denoising, but we'll go ahead and show this. So this is basically the lead vocals here for Haley. And so to save time, well, no, these overlap, so I can't do that.
I've always been an outsider, but
That would have to be done separately. Each sold separately. So what I'm going to do then is glue this track together. But it keeps that muted. That's nice.
was forbidden.
I take this internet, dragnet.
Oh, what's that track? Oh, these are unmuted. How did that happen? There we go. All right. So then, click on this track. We'll go to Edit, open an Isotope RX8 audio editor. Now, I don't know if the Livestream software will pick up the output of RX or not. So we'll see. So, let me see if I go to YouTube. Oh, it's not even showing up. So I'd have to share that. So maybe it would if I share it. All right, so I have to stop this screen. Share screen. All right, can we hear this? Doesn't look like that. No, you can't hear that. All right, well, that is a shame. Let's see, how would I do that? I don't know if I can do that. Let's see. I have this loopback tool. I don't know. Can I do, oops, can I add in an output? New virtual device. Sorry about this. I'm going to try to add, wait, no, not that. Let's see, how do I, okay, here, add device, RX8 audio editor. Okay, the output is feeding. So, I think this will work. Mute when capturing. All right, let's see if this works.
But this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When till we're analog. Analog.
YouTube.
When till we're analog.
Okay, ad.
The World Wide Web
Copyright video.
is our home. A place to
Okay.
color on.
Stop it. Pause. Wow, that's loud. I'm going to turn that down. All right, so good news is I think it's working now. I think we can hear it and it's displayed. Oh, thank you, Haley, for telling me that. First commenter. All right. So then I want to clean these up. And so the first thing we want to do is denoise them. So you can see all this noisy noise. And so I want to use my spectral denoise tool here. And we're going to set to default. And we're going to learn the noise profile. So we select the noise and then we learn it. This is why we don't cut out all the noise. Which, dang it, you can't see my pop-up window here. That's frustrating. So, dang it. I don't know if I'll be able to show this live then. Anyway, what I'll do is denoise it. You can't see the denoiser. There's a pop-up window here in RX. But anyway, so I would denoise it, and then I would turn up threshold and reduction, turn on output noise only, so we can only hear what's being taken out. I guess I could use a different tool. but then we'd highlight it and we'd hear
In cyber.
quick preview. So now we're just hearing the noise. And so you want to make sure you're not hearing any of the vocal. I don't think we are. So turn output noise off. We'll go ahead and render that. And so you can see some of the noise got taken out. And then there's still a little bit here. I want to take out these breaths too. There's like a deep breath tool in here in RX. All right, breath control up here. Move that down. All right, it doesn't move it down. Breath control, which you're not going to see that pop up either, but it's pretty good. If I preview, not hearing any breaths. There's a breath. So we're hearing what's taking out. So I can highlight all this, turn output breath off, render it. So now we took out all the breaths. So it missed this one because it wasn't loud enough.
This feeling was born in cyberspace, a digital romance.
So I could, there's a sensitivity slider here, so maybe I can turn that on. Still not catching it.
This feeling was born.
Yeah, still not catching it. All right. So then we'll manually take them out here. We can just select all this, and then I don't know if you have this shortcut or if this is a shortcut I set up in RX. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to silence it. I'm going to pull up this gain tool again. Okay, you can see that pops up. Or no, never mind. I had it on my other window. So I'm just going to turn the volume down like 20 dB just to knock down those breaths.
This feeling was born in
breath here. And you don't necessarily have to take out breaths. It's just if they're distracting. So I don't know if I'll take out these yet, especially since this is just a verse where it's kind of on its own. If it's like a bunch of layers of vocals and they're all breathing and you have all these breaths and they're not like 100% lined up, it can sound weird. But this is kind of like an emotional take. Sounds a little bit more real and authentic, so I might leave that in, but just take out the front. Maybe take this one out. I'm getting a little bit of that consonant. So zoom in. Maybe just knock that down by like 10 dB, 9 dB. And then we got some of those plosives going on, like we said, and the EQ kind of takes it out, but while we're here, we could just select it, like right down here.
Was born in.
Hear that? It's like a heartbeat. So we don't need that. I'm just going to knock that down like 30 dB. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not showing the pop-up windows. I don't know how to show that. Because I can only... Whoops. Well, I can only share like one window at a time. Or what if I showed... Let me just do the entire screen. Did that work? Did that show the pop-ups? Alright, so here's the whole screen. So if I use like the gain tool, okay. Oh, okay, now it shows them. Sorry about that. Well, that's why this live stream is kind of a testing live stream production. Cool. So we took that plosive out, right?
Feeling was born in cyberspace, a digital romance not to embrace, met once in person.
So here's some of those plosives down here. Yeah, don't need that. So we'll pull up the gain again. I can make this window a little larger. And we'll just turn that down.
Not to embrace.
There's one there too.
To embrace, met once in person, but love was forbidden.
All right. Let's go ahead and zoom back out. So that's pretty good. Then we just kind of just want to look for anything that's annoying that we don't want. As we listen to these.
I've always been an outside.
It's cool. And here you can kind of see the noise floor too from the microphone down here, unless that was something else in my room. You can't really hear it. It's right above 100 hertz. It's interesting.
Digital romance not to embrace, met once in person.
So another thing we don't want to do is just, I mean, again, you can use de-esser, but if you really want to be strategic and the de-esser is not getting it, you can knock down sibilance here in RX.
Met once in
Like,
person.
if we just thought that was a little too much, you can see that sibilance right here, this bright spot. And so we just want to kind of knock that down. We want to get just that brightest part to be the most natural. I usually use like 3 to 6 dB. Let's try 6 here, so we kind of want it to be like kind of the same brightness as the rest of that. So
met once in person.
not bad. So if we were to do too much, it'll sound like she has a lisp. So if we did like another 10 dB.
Met once in
Yeah, don't want that. So yeah, just gotta be careful there, not to do too much.
not
That's kind of loud. Obviously, it's gonna take a long time, so you don't have to do this for each individual track, because you can use a de-esser.
romance not to embrace, met once in person, but love was forbidden.
But just kind of showing you what you can do here with RX. It's definitely like one of the best tools you can have in your arsenal.
The worldwide.
More plosives. So maybe I just want to grab this tool here and just like get everything below 100.
I've always been an out.
Yeah, we're not really missing anything here, huh? So we can just turn all this down by like 20 dB and just knock out those plosives.
I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When till we're analog. Analog. When till we're analog.
So yeah, when we did that time stretching thing, it left a little artifact. Let's see if we can find it in here.
Analog. When
It's not really an artifact.
analog. When till we're analog. The worldwide.
So then we might want to again just like take this out. Then we had that chorus back here. There was some breaths in here, so maybe we want to try using the breath control. Here's the breath control preview. There's the breath. It's only catching like one breath. So up here would be more sensitive. So this is the most sensitive. So I guess we'll go ahead and render that.
Cider, but this I've always been an outsider, but this is just too much. I'm tired of this digital dialogue. When till we're analog.
I think that's nice. So to not bore you, I won't go too much longer, but we can just listen and see if there's any like
The World
clear
Wide
errors, mistakes.
Web is our home, a place to call our own. Met twice in person,
So hearing those plosives.
now love can't be hidden. Flip this cassette to the other side, where love can.
So we just want to go through and listen to this, but I won't do that here. But we can listen to these gaps. You can see some headphone bleed in here. Like right in here, you can kind of see where like drum hits. Right, you can't really hear it, but if we wanted to, don't really need to, but we could just cut that out. Don't need that.
I want a connection.
And oh yeah, this is the end of this. So looks like we don't have any too many issues. So anyway, I just want to go File, overwrite original file, and then we'll close this out. This is my loopback device I'm using to stream my DAW audio. And no, don't use that. And then it corrects the waveform and now it applies what we just did. So pretty cool. So we've got a question here. Technic Tone says, "Hi Reagan, will you be doing another live stream with the other two chaps, Chad and Joseph, at some point?" Hopefully, yes. I haven't heard anything from them since the last one, so I should probably follow up with them and ask them when we'll be doing another one. So I think that's about it. I think I'll wrap up this stream now, just kind of going over some vocal editing here, because that's just what I was going to do. I was going to do this anyway, so I thought I would show it on a live stream. Let me know if this is something cool. If you'd like me to see more live streams where I'm just showing what I'm doing with my own music or with my clients' music, and we'll go from there. And hopefully we can have another open mic live stream with Chad and Joseph as well. I'll reach out to them. So any other questions, if you're watching the replay, you can hit replay in the comments below and let me know what you'd like to see from me. If you'd like to see me do more live streams or any content you'd like to see on the channel, feel free to let me know with that. Have an awesome day. Keep creating, and I'll see you later.